President Trump is on the ballot next fall. Because if we lose the majority, if the Republicans, the common sense people here who are doing the job for the American people, if we lose the majority in the House and this radical element of the Democrat Party were able to take over, we've already seen that movie. They will try to end the Trump administration. He won't have 4 years, he'll have only 2, because they will move to impeach him probably on the first day of the new Congress in January 2027, and they will try to systematically unwind all the important reforms that we've done for the American people.
Even Mike Johnson himself is sure if they lose the midterms, Trump is going to be impeached and probably sent to prison. So they are really scared about what's going to happen after the midterms.
And so I think it's absolutely the worst move, and it's the worst political move to have the House in recess and for us to not be here working.
Do you believe right now, as we talk about, the situation that's taking place here with the shutdown, do you believe that Republicans as a party right now are unified? Are Republicans fractured? Somewhere in between? What are your thoughts?
Well, it seems like Republicans in Washington, D.C. may be unified, but I don't think they are across the country. I think there's a lot of disenfranchised 2024 voters. And I think that was clearly obvious in Tuesday's election. Now, there's pushback against me saying, well, we knew Virginia, New Jersey, and New York would go Democrat. And of course, that's true. I said the same thing, but I'm from Georgia, and we lost 2 statewide public service commission seats, and we lost them heavily. Democrats won those seats at 60%. Republicans only got 40%. There's other races in Pennsylvania and Mississippi proving the same thing, that voters are not happy. But really, I'll push everyone to pay attention to the true financial hardship that Americans are facing right now. And this is very much affecting my children's generation, who are 22, 26, and 28. And that generation is looking towards the future with very little hope. And so for me personally, I ran for Congress in 2020, criticizing Democrats and Republicans almost equally, that Congress and Washington, D.C. always fails the American people. And I think the alarms are blaring right now.
I'm not surprised that people are misled, because the entire mainstream media is out every day parroting the talking points of Chuck Schumer. I have to go do a press conference every morning just to try to put the truth out there, the simple truth that is not changing. It sounds repetitive to us, but that's what it takes to try to saturate.
Not from 6 to 9 here, Mr.
Right.
Speaker. We're not parroting this.
I know.
There is chaos in the party. They are not agreeing with each other. So what's happening at the moment is that these Republican members of Congress, in these town halls, they are being asked questions by their constituents. And when they lack answers, they blame Mike Johnson and Donald Trump. So I believe it's very scary what happening, and the Republican Party is falling apart.
In addition to the millions of SNAP recipients struggling to put food on the table, air travel's a mess. Thousands of workers haven't been paid for over a month. Where's the urgency to end this in Washington?
That's a great question. It should be asked of Mike Johnson. Where's the urgency in actually bringing the House of Representatives back into session? They have canceled votes for the last 6 weeks. Democrats continue to be present and make clear that we're ready, willing, and able to sit down with our Republican colleagues, reopen the government, have a bipartisan agreement that actually meets the needs of the American people. And that individual that you referenced is exactly right. America's too expensive. Donald Trump and Republicans promised that they would lower costs on day one. They haven't lowered costs. Costs have gone up. Inflation on the way up. Housing costs too high. Grocery costs too high. Electricity bills skyrocketing through the roof. And now they want to jack up health insurance premiums, and they're ripping food away from the mouths of children at the same time to try to use that as a point of negotiating leverage. That's shameful. It's unconscionable. It's un-American. And yet we continue to maintain that all we need to do is sit down and have a conversation so we can enact a bipartisan spending agreement that actually improves the quality of life of the American people.
Now, Mr. President, the people of Arizona did their part. They voted. And their representative, Adelita Grijalva, she's been certified. The election's been certified. And they should not have to wait another day to have someone representing them in the House. So we have a message for Speaker Johnson. Do your job. This isn't complicated. It's the basic stuff of being the Speaker of the House. It's the basic things in our democracy, and it should not be impacted by politics. And I'd like to think that every senator here, whether a Democrat or Republican, would agree with that.
So one of the scariest things that is happening is the fact that the legislature has given the executive unprecedented powers, you know what I mean? Because Mike Johnson is listening to Trump to continue the government shutdown instead of voting for the interest of the common people. You know what I mean? The electorates who elected Mike Johnson to the Congress and other Republican members of House and Senate, you know what I mean? But when they went to the House, they don't vote to the voters' interest, they vote to Trump's interest. So Trump has hijacked the Republican Party, he has destroyed it, and now it's very good we place the blame where it belongs. And you have seen Hakeem Jeffries claiming that they are using food and poverty as a political tool to pressure Democrats to reopen the government, when in the real sense, they are cutting Medicare, they are cutting food stamps, you know what I mean? They are giving tax cut to the billionaires. So it's really messy what's happening at the moment. So tell me your thoughts.